Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Homemade Jam. I'm Tim Farmer. This is the show dedicated to finding, then showcasing Kentucky talent. Ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Mink.
Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Who's never left home? Who's never struck out to find a dream and a life of their own? Place in the clouds, a foundation of stone. Many precede and many will follow. A young girl's dreams no longer hollow. It takes the shape of a place out west, but what it holds for her, she hasn't yet guessed. She needs wide open spaces, a room to make her big mistakes. She needs two faces. She knows the highest stakes. She traveled this road as a child, wide-eyed and grinning, she never tired. But now she won't be coming back with the rest. If these are life's lessons, she'll take this test. She needs wide open spaces, a room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the highest stakes. She knows the high stakes. As her folks drive away, her dad yells, "Check the oil." Mom stares out the window and says, "I'm leaving my girl." She said it didn't seem like that long ago. Oh, and she stood there and let her own folks know she needed wide open spaces, a room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the highest stakes. She knows the highest stakes. Knows the highest stakes. Knows the highest stakes. Knows the highest stakes. Thank you very much. All right. We'll play you a little original tune that a good friend of mine, Beau Allen, wrote. She knew every road out of town, and she knew one day she'd finally take one. She'd heard about another life on the other side of that cornfield horizon. It's a little too middle of nowhere, little too far, far from somewhere she wants to go. If she could only tell Kansas, tell it to her mama, to every friend she's ever known, tell it to Leavenworth, to Old Prairie Road, the little white house she calls home. She She just didn't have the heart. She knew his heart would break to pieces. Always been a daddy's girl, but always dreamed of California beaches. Right next to his truck, goodbye in her hand, slipping under the blade. She's headed for sand on the West Coast. If she could only tell Kansas, tether to her mama, to every friend she's ever known, tethered to Leavenworth, to Old Prairie Road, the little white house she calls home. She can let it all go if she could only tell Kansas. She can smell the sweet mesquite coming out of 10-penny grill as she drives on by. And the Leavenworth Pioneer marching band's practicing for a big game Friday night. She could leave it all behind if she could only tell Kansas, tether to her mama, to every friend she's ever known, tethered to Leavenworth, to Old Prairie Road, the little white house she calls home. She can let it all go. She can let it all go if she could only tell Kansas. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You know, a lot of people might not realize this, but this is her first time in front of a live audience or being on television ever.
It's really scary.
As I've seen your career grow, and I've heard your whole band, which you're coming back with the whole band, right?
Yeah.
And this is and what do you call him? Your music husband?
He is my music husband, but this is Dale Adams. He's also known as the Tone Doctor in the YouTube world.
Now, if he's like your musical husband, do you have musical fights? Like if you hit a bad note, which I'm sure you would never do, or he misses a chord, does it happen? Do you give each other a look like a husband and wife? Like, what are you doing?
No, it's actually one of the best relationships, really. You know, there's no arguments. There's very little drama. It's nice.
Now, you know what? You have been on American Idol, and you are playing around the area. And where can folks find your music?
Well, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube. You can figure out where we're playing. We're working on our website right now. Really excited. LaurenMinkmusic.com. It's going to be really exciting. And so we have all of our shows listed there, just in case you don't have Facebook. We don't want to, cut you out or anything. But we're playing all over the place. We just finished up all of our festivals and had a blast this summer.
You know what? I saw you fishing with some dude on TV. I can't remember his name, but your real husband's out here too, and he's quite the outdoorsman. And what happened with your deer situation the other day?
First bow season, and just learning. So he was up in a tree scouting for me, and I'm in a blind, and the deer kind of went the opposite direction he was thinking, and we just kind of waved at each other, the deer and I, and
that happens.
Went off the other way.
Then they wave at you with that white tail.
Yeah.
It's all over. Yeah. Well, hey, why don't you do nothing for us?
All right. Grew up on a tight road. I learned to smile even when I was falling down. Daddy had a hard hand and Mama always had hope. And me and my sisters couldn't wait to get out. I fell in love at a college. A good man, but a bad year. Visions of sugar plums and boxes of roses. All my girlfriends cried and I was out of here. Oh, 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 everybody's dreaming big. Oh, 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 everybody's just getting by. It's how it goes. Oh, every day America, a little town in a great big light. trophy. He took us all the way to state back in '85. A shiny moment and a dusty reminder. He never felt so scared, he never felt so alive. We found his toys in the backyard. Well, Daddy's boys, yeah, you know how they like to fight when they sleep. He swears he reigns, and he would have traded day for all those Friday nights. Oh, 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 everybody's dreaming big. Oh, 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 everybody's just getting by. It's how it goes. Oh, everyday America, a little town in a great big life. Oh, we can laugh, oh, we can cry. Oh, we're all just looking for the reasons why. To face the dark till we see the light. Oh, either way it'll be alright. Oh, 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 everybody's dreaming big. Oh, 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 everybody's just getting by. It's how it goes. Oh, everyday America, a little town in a great big life. Oh, 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 everybody's dreaming big. Oh, 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 everybody's just getting by. It's how it goes. Oh, everyday America, a little town in a great big life. A little town in a great big life. A little town in a great big life. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Carter City, Kentucky, here's Tony Pence.
Thank you. This is a tune right here that come right out of the hollers at Carter City. It's about my grandparents. It's a song called Jack and Thelma. He had to walk half a mile up an old dirt road to a shack of a house that he heated with coal, but it was home. And his home was all that he had. It's hard to raise 8 kids on a quarry worker's pay, playing music on a Sunday. When he took the time to pray, he was a poor man. And around here, poor people pray. He used to walk up and down that road at night, trying to figure out what was wrong and what was right. And I think that he found what he was looking for when Brother Vern, he walked my Papa Jack right to heaven's door. Well, now the cows get in the yard and the grass gets too high. The trees are all dead that we used to climb, but they're still there. They stand stately in her front yard. Well, my grandma raised her family there with 2 hard-working hands and a lot of prayers. You know, she was ready just any time her Lord come to call. She used to walk up and down that road at night, step by step, with or without moonlight. And I think that she found what she was looking for, 'cause 'cause there's a bunch of angels a-sitting on Thelma's porch. And I bet Jesus and Jack were waiting at heaven's door. Yeah, I bet Jesus and Jack were waiting at heaven's door. Thank you. Here's another tune that my buddy Clint Land and I did a few years ago. It's kind of an autobiographical kind of thing. But I'm not going to tell you about which one of us it's an autobiographical thing about. Best to keep some secret, ain't it, Clint? You see that man on a bar stool, the third one from the end. The barmaid is his lady, Kentucky bourbon is his friend. But he'll be right there to closing time and get so drunk that he can't see. But he reminds me of someone that I used to be. Well, I was a high, lonesome rambler, sometimes a gambler, lots of fair weather friends, all alone in the darkness when all the fun came to an end. Then God sent you to me, and you set me free. My angel that saved me from someone that I used to be. You see, that was my bar stool, and I was there most every night. The Lord knows I tried my hardest, but I just could not drink things right. You see, I'd fallen to the bottom when you got to me. My angel that saved me from someone that I used to be. 'Cause I was a high, lonesome rambler, sometimes a gambler, lots of fair weather friends, all alone in the darkness when all the fun came to an end. Then God sent you to me, and you set me free. My angel that saved me from someone that I used to be. My angel that saved me from someone that I used to be.
Tony Pence, Carter City. I bet you never stuck your toes in Tigers Creek or never went fishing down there, did you?
More than once, probably. And Buffalo Creek. Don't forget old Buffalo Creek, too.
I used to wade that and take a fly rod down there. Let's talk about your influences. And I know a lot of people might not know this, but you do just about any and every kind of music. But what's your deep-rooted influences?
Probably Waylon. And, the Carter City days when I was a kid, back when we were younger, jamborees were the thing, out in the country. And so, yeah, that's probably where I got my first influences, from those old guys that were strumming and playing and out of tune and out of time. And,
Any names in particular, those guys that influenced you?
Well, Carter City had been Leo Rowe and Kermit Kaiser, those old guys that played, and Edgar Roden and Roy Minix. And probably a dude named Jimmy Greenslate was the first guy that really impacted me as far as watching him sing and play. And he was doing Waylon and Elvis and stuff like that. And I know, man, I'm gonna seek my fortune doing that too.
Well, I got another idea for you. How about another song?
That'd be cool.
All right, let's do it.
This is a song that it's about, where we come from, that most people are poor. And over the years of the history of our country, most of the guys that went and fought those wars were the poor guys. So I wrote this tune. A fellow named Fred Brown was the primary writer of this tune, and Tim Gillum and I made this into a song, and it's a song called Edenville. And Edenville is kind of like everywhere. Gets a little tougher down in Edenville, with just a jump and a skip across the county line. Most of us here live in single wides. We ride over yonder in a four-wheel drive. We're just a working family that's trying to get by. Life's a little slower down in Edenville, where my grandpa sits and he whittles on his porch. Well, he might be 85, but he'll spit juice right in your eye if you disrespect his woman or his horse. Down in Edenville, well, there's a red, white, and blue flag and a yellow ribbon round most every tree. Down in Edenville, we don't bend and we don't beg, and for 200 years we've shed our blood for this country. Some say necks are redder down in Edenville. Well, they may be right, but we don't give a damn. We may not have no college school, but we was raised on the golden rule. If I shake your hand, brother, you know you got a friend. Life's a little sweeter down in Edenville. I'm just hoping to get home to my Mary Jane. So if you would send up a prayer for all of us stuck over here, and just look God in the eye and ask Him plain. Down in Edenville, well, there's a red, white, and blue flag and a yellow ribbon round most every tree. Down in Edenville, we don't bend and we don't beg, and for 200 years we shed our blood for this country. Down in Edenville, there's a red, white, and blue flag and a yellow ribbon tied around most every tree. Thank you. It's time to do your love song, I guess. You know, I adhere to the 3 chords and the truth kind of thing. I know 4 chords, but I don't always play 4. It's such a distraction to everyone in the audience when you do that. This is a tune called Leaving All Alone, and believe it or not, it is a love song. Well, it's the letters that ain't in the mailbox, and the phone by the bed, it don't ring. It's you on my mind, and it's a piece that I can't find. It's our old song I can't make myself sing. Well, it's a waltz we don't take in the evening. It's the nightmares that wake me at dawn. It's the long, lonely days remembering your ways. I realized you were leaving me all alone. 'Cause you walked away so slow.